And we're also playing one Steinet Ritual and... What the... Wait, where's my Cyber Sage at? Ah, shit. Oh, god damn it. Come on, come on. Last pack. Please have it. Please have it. Please. Chefs. So don't rip your one of bricks because you got angry that you drew them, but we are back with a Firewall Dragon Turbo deck profile post ban list because Circular just got freshly unbanned. Also a little yapping session real quick, so you guys don't care about what I'm about to say here. You can just, you know, skip to this part right here, whatever timestamp I decide to leave right here. But we did hit 1,000 subs. Pretty awesome, pretty rad. But yeah, thank you guys for subscribing and watching my videos and watching me crash out over decks that I don't like, making slop deck profiles like these, or just the random Minecraft videos every now and then. And even to the people who watched me when I was doing Genshin, which I do want to get back to doing, but it's hard with that game. But yeah, still got that case of Alan coming. Probably gonna do a live on YouTube whenever I get that, so it'll be like next month when the set actually drops. And yeah, it should be a fun little time. But without further ado, let's just jump straight into this deck profile. Great. So just like before, we got triple copies of Firewall Defensor. This plus like any discard is like full combo. Card's actually insane, and even more insane with a card in the side deck, which we'll get to in a minute. I decided to bump Debug back up to 3. Now, this by itself isn't full combo, but when Alliance Insight does drop, this does actually become a full combo by itself. Obviously, we don't have those new eye cards yet, so... But we did need more starters because we did up the deck count a little bit to avoid drawing the one of bricks that resulted in me not having a Cyber Sage, but that's besides the point. We got Parallel Exceed, Insane Extender for just Cyber's decks, or just Insane Extender as is. And because I really want to get to Defensive, we play Small World, all of our Cybers, so like different levels and attributes, but they're all the same type. Triple Sign Mining to, again, search Defensor, and that is it for our 3 ofs. Next up, we got a little Mathmic package. We got Mathmic Circular, fresh off the ban list. Actually insane that they decided to unban this, but I am not complaining in the slightest. With that, we also got to play our 1-of copy of Mathmic Sigma. Got our 1 copy of Equation. This is very much important for our combo because we need a spell to banish off of Cyber Switch. We also got 1 addition and 1 subtraction as just generic extenders, but they're fire, which is important. Now for the rest of our 1-ofs, we got Firewall Phantom. We absolutely cry if we draw this. We got 1 code generator, 1 microcoder, we got our Cyber's converter, Dotscaper, we got our 1-of Cyanide Conflict, 1 codec, 1 ritual, and again, this is where I would put my 1-of Cyber Sage if I had it. So all of those we got to play. Now to our non-engine, we got our triple copies of Nibiru the Primal Being. This card still does Nibiru things, still rocks your opponent's world. We got triple copies of Fuelos. Stampede is right around the corner, so you know this will be affordable very soon. We also got triple copies of Ash to stop stuff like Fuelos, Infinite Impermanence, and our 1-of Anti-Hand Trap Brigade. We got our newly limited Triple Tactics talents, newly limited Cross-Side Designator, and our always been limited Call by the Grave, and that rounds the deck out to, I believe, 44 cards. Now off to our extra deck, we got our main Firewall boss monsters. We got Singularity, Dank Fluid, and Firewall Dragon. You could maybe play Neo Tempest Terahertz in here by cutting something like a normal Code Talker. It'll especially help with, you know, hands where you do draw your Cyber Sage, which means you can't get to your ritual spell sometimes, and you can't get to your fusions, your synchros, and it just cuts you off from so many things. So just playing the the Tempest Terahertz could really help with that problem, but not in this deck profile, but you guys could definitely play it. Now for our Code Talker portion of the deck, we got Access Code Talker, Decode Talker Heat Soul, Transcode Talker, Protect Code Talker Inverted, and Code Talker. This card could easily be cut, but hang on to this for now. For the rest of our generic Cyber stuff, we got our Cyber Switch. This card's actually insane, but you gotta play 2 bricks, so maybe not that insane. We got Splish Splash Mage, 1 Angry Lingaribo, not to be mistaken with Link Karibo, and our Fusion Synchro Nixie stuff we gotta play for our Singularities. And off to the side deck, because you are playing basically all the summoning types, so you can just straight up play Ultimate Slayer. Now the card that is actually very insane in this deck, especially against Malice, is Metaltronus. So all of their monsters are Dark Cybers. So you Metaltronus to like White Binder, and you get Defensor out from your deck. And if you guys see my last deck profile, you would know that this by itself is full combo. So Metaltronus being able to take care of a monster on board and get to your 1-card combo is actually insane. This card is a must in the side. For the rest of the side deck, we got our generic stuff like Lancia for, you know, Malice, like I previously mentioned. Perlea, because it's insane against Ryzeal, and we got Meowls, because it's also good against Malice, and I just like my Charmies. And that is 15 cards on our side deck. So that was the deck. Now let's just go ahead and get onto our combo. So if you guys watched my last deck profile, you would know that I went over the Defensor combo. Now, if we were to do the Debug combo, we would have have to draw like any level 4 Cybers extender, what have you, or just really any extender, but specifically a 4. So we're gonna start with the subtraction in our hands. So get a normal debug, then activate debug's effect, which searches a level 3 or lower Cybers monster. Unfortunately, it's a 3 and not a 4 because it'd be really good to get 4s here. So we're gonna get the microcoder. Then we'll subtraction summon itself by targeting the debug, reducing its attack. Then we're gonna go for an Xyz summon of Alimbertion. Then going for Alimbersion's effect, detach 2. We're gonna search our freshly unbanned Mathmech Circular, wherever that's at in my deck. Ban Mathmech Circular. Then we're gonna go circular effect, sending for cost. Mathmech Sigma. Somebody needs to make a really cool Sigma Alpha Wolf edit of this guy right here. Special summon itself. Then we can go ahead and trigger Sigma's effect. Summon it from the graveyard since we don't have anything on extra monsters on, which triggers Circular's effect to search our Mathmech spell. Getting the equation here. Now we can go Coder plus Circular into Code Talker, which will then trigger off Microcoder's effect, searching a Cynet Codec. We're going to immediately activate Codec. Then we're going to take Code Talker and Alimbertion. Does not really matter what we use here at this point. Going to make our Transcode Talker. This will trigger off Codec's effect, targeting the transcode to get us our generator. Alright, then we go Transcode Talker, summoning at the Code Talker from grave. Then we're going to use these two for the link summon of Protect Code Talker, triggering off Codec's effect once again, and Code Generator, which foolishes our Dotscaper, and then Codec searches Defensor. So again, if you guys see my last deck profile, which I'm just going to go ahead and put like right here, you would know that at this point in the combo, we would have Debug in hand instead of the Defensor. So in a way, these two cards kind of like trade spots with each other as either starters or combo pieces. Resolution, we got Dotscaper summon itself. Kind of want to leave these zones open here. Then we're going to take Transcode and Sigma. Doesn't really matter what we take here. We are going to make, I almost made the wrong link monster. We're going to make Code Talker inverted. We'll go inverted chain 1, Codec chain 2, since we do have a Cybers in hand. This is a legal activation. This time we just straight up search the converter and then we special the Defensor from hand. Next, we're going to take these two guys. We're going to make Cyber Switch, then trigger the effect of our Firewall Defensor, summoning out the Firewall Phantom to really any zone, doesn't matter. I think I want to keep this zone open here. Now we're going to go Equation, revive back any Mathmech, does not matter who or what. So we're going to summon Circular. Actually, it matters where we summon. We want to keep this zone open for Firewall. Then we go Witch's Effect, banish the Mathmech Equation from grave. We're going to search our ritual. And again, I ripped up my fucking Cyber Sage because I got mad that I drew it. So pretend this is Sage right here. Whole Fiendsmith Requiem. Also, this is 20 bucks by the way. So if you guys got multiples of these, you should probably sell them now. Next, we're going to take the Firewall Phantom and Protect Code Talker. Going to link those into the OG Firewall Dragon. Triggering off Phantom's effect. We are going to grab Cynet Conflict, and then we got discard a card. So we'll discard the Converter here. Might be thinking, wait, don't you need that for your combo? You're right, I do need that for my combo. Oh shit, oh fuck, oh wait, Firewall Dragon's effect. Gonna grab this back and any other Cybers. Doesn't really matter too much what we grab here because we are just gonna use it for fodder anyways. So we're gonna go ahead and activate our Cybers Ritual. We're gonna go ahead and pitch the Dotscaper that we just added to our hand to make our Cyber Sage. Again, this is totally Cyber Sage right here, not a Fiendsmith Requiem, contrary to popular belief. Next, you're gonna go Cyber Witch's effect. You're going to revive back any Cybers from grave. Does not matter what you summon back here. Then you're going to take Witch, Firewall Dragon, and Circular. You're going to make the Singularity Dragon specifically here because you want his down arrow to be pointing at either Sage or the Converter when you summon it. So you could summon it here, then summon Converter here. You just have to have one of these cards be pointed to by this guy. I'm going to put him over here so you guys can actually somewhat make out what the card is. Next, we're going to go Converter, summon itself from hand, and trigger off our Sage effect. So we're going to banish, I didn't make Linger about all this time, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and banish our Code Talker because we already have a Dark Engrave, and we'll go ahead and banish the Subtraction, does not matter. We're going to make our Cybers D-Save Worm. Next, we're going to synchro off the Sage and the Converter to make Integrator. This will trigger off Singularity's effect. We aren't going to use Converter here because we have way too many cards in our Spell and Trap zone right now. Oh, Trap zone. Too many cards in our zones right now. But we are going to trigger off our Sage effect, which when it's used as Synchro Material, will add back a Cybers from grave to hand. So add this back, and then Singularity will summon out Firewall Dragon from our graveyard. Actually, we won't add this. It doesn't matter what you summon or add here. You probably want to add something follow up, so we'll probably grab a Debug, though we don't really have many targets left in deck anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter what you grab back here. So now you got your Firewall Dragon. You're gonna go coder, inverted, integrator, and desave worm, all into a Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid. I wish this had a higher rarity than Secret Rare. You're gonna go integrator effect. You're gonna draw a card. Oh, what's that? In addition? Psh, who cares? Set this card. Activate protect code engrave by banishing the transcode talker. And there you go. You got your full inboard off of debug plus a 4 extender. So nothing really changes. Circular does make this combo a little bit easier. You can afford to mess up a little bit throughout the combo too. Basically, Circular is a card that is like, you never get punished if you misplay, because as before, you had to be very specific about where you're placing your monsters, what you were activating, and all that fun stuff. But Circular just kind of circumvents that problem, so it doesn't really drastically change the inboard. So this is what we end on. We could have made a Heat Soul at some point throughout the combo. We do have more cards in our extra deck though than usual. We can also go Firewall Phantom Engrave, banishing it to return one of our Cyber's links from our graveyard to our extra deck, which the only one really worth putting back is like the inverted for the Signet Ritual if our board gets cleared, because if our board is cleared, we banish this in the ritual, summon 2 tokens, which turns into this guy. Summon these, you go like Heat Soul, this searches something, and then you go Access Coding and just kind of kill your opponent. If you guys like this Firewall Dragon Turbo Code Talker, I still don't know what to call this. I just like to call it Firewall Turbo deck. Leave that in the comments below. Share this video with your friends if any of them are cyber slop enthusiasts like I am. Stay tuned. I got more deck profiles coming out. We got ABCs, Galaxy Eyes, updated Odd Eyes with, Performer Palm Monkey board at 3. Probably a Dragon Link video coming out soon. Also, be sure you subscribe and like this video and join my Discord server, because why not? It's my Discord server. You guys like me, right? Yeah, totally. Appreciate y'all for 1,000 subs. We got the Allen case coming, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.
Come on, I was succeeding with my life to this card to get on bands.